What's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another comparison video, and today we're going to do a quick camera comparison between the iPhone 6s Plus and the Huawei P9. So well, a lot of people say that the iPhone 6s Plus has the best camera, and also a lot of bloggers or vloggers are using it, so actually a lot of people, and they say the camera is awesome. Now there are even cheaper devices in 2016 which I think have a better camera, like the Huawei P9. So today I want to do a comparison between the iPhone and the Huawei P9. So unfortunately we don't have a Galaxy S7 right now, but for sure there will be a comparison between the P9 and the S7 soon too. So well, I would say let's get directly started and let's have a look at the camera application. Well, the camera application on the iPhone is pretty much straightforward. Very easy to use, you just open it up. It has the basic modes inside, there's only one button and no settings actually, just LED flash on and off and everything. I'm just talking about the normal camera application which is pre-installed, not talking about anything which you can buy or download from the App Store. Now, the camera application, the Huawei P9, basically just targets a different group, so the pro smartphone photographers. For sure, it has also auto mode. That means if you're not familiar with all the settings, you can just use the one-button solution, everything on auto, and you also get great shots just like on the iPhone. But if you're a pro user, you just have to swipe from the bottom up, and then you will get a pro menu. In this menu you can basically adjust the ISO, you can adjust the shutter speed, exposure, white balance, so everything you probably just know from DSLR cameras. Now it also has more modes than the iPhone, and also Huawei has a cooperation with Leica, so they have basically tailored the software for the hardware, and I have to say the camera application on the Huawei P9, I absolutely love it, and I don't want to go back to the crappy camera application which you can find on the iPhone. That was the software, but now let's talk about the hardware. While the iPhone comes with a 5 megapixel front-facing camera with a 2.2 aperture, the Huawei P9 ships out with an 8 megapixel camera with a 2.4 aperture. Now all in all I have to say the Huawei P9 is way more wide angle. Getting you in the picture is really easier than on the iPhone. Then the colors, they look way more tasty on the Huawei. So on the iPhone the colors, they don't look so good, so the saturation in my opinion, it looks a bit washed out. So colors on the Huawei looks definitely awesome. Same goes for the sharpness, so due to the 8 megapixels and probably better post-processing, it looks also better on the Huawei. Now when it comes to low light conditions, actually the iPhone wins. Now it gets noisier than the Huawei, but it catches way more light, so without the LED flash you can get really noisy pictures, but at least bright. So on the Huawei it actually is totally dark, not noisy like on the iPhone, so not such a high ISO, but actually completely dark. If you use the LED flash, so actually that LCD flash which just brightens up your display, so to enlight your face, then both are pretty much equal, while the iPhone looks a bit better. So I would say in low light conditions, front-facing camera is better on the iPhone, but the rest actually the Huawei wins. Now also in video mode, so we have 720p recording, just the microphone sounded a bit better on the iPhone, but the rest I think the Huawei wins. Now let's come to the more interesting part, the rear camera. So both devices have 12 megapixel, but the Huawei P9 comes with two 12 megapixel cameras. So now you will ask me why. Now they have in cooperation with Leica. Leica makes pretty awesome cameras, probably the best in the photographing world, just in my opinion. And they have one RGB camera and one monochrome camera. So if you're into monochrome photography, so if you take a picture and you decolor it, so with software just like in the iPhone, now the black tones, gray tones, everything, it doesn't look that nice like on the Huawei. So if you check out the sample pictures, then it's way darker, and actually the contrast and everything looks better on the Huawei because it has just only one camera which does only monochrome pictures. But this also helps to get the Huawei into better low light conditions, and it also helps with the colors. So this is what Huawei told me about that, and I have to say, if you check out the camera samples, then this should be definitely true, because it's looking way better than on the iPhone. While the Huawei P9 has some pretty fancy features like in laser autofocus, which is really fast, but faster even than on the iPhone 6s Plus, the iPhone 6s Plus has optical image stabilization built in. So you have a pretty fast shutter and laser autofocus on the Huawei, but no optical image stabilization. But I have to say, in video mode, I've tested it and the stabilization looks pretty good, but you have to switch on the software stabilization from the P9, and 4K, this is also another thing. So we have 4K recording on the iPhone and the stabilization looks very good, while we only have full HD recording on the Huawei P9. If you go down to 720p slow fast motion, we have up to 240 FPS on the iPhone, while we just have around 120 on the Huawei P9. So slow motion is probably better on the iPhone. Also you have 4K recording, so I would say for video modes, the iPhone actually wins the battle, while the P9 is more targeting the smartphone photographers. But I have to say, if you check out the sample pictures, now colors, now sharpness, everything, I have to say, I like the pictures way more from the P9. So I was actually a bit disappointed by the rear camera from the iPhone 6s Plus once I received it. But now with the P9, I have to say, this is just simply awesome if you keep in mind that it's like half the price of the more expensive iPhone 6s Plus with maximum memory. Alright guys, so that was a quick camera comparison between the iPhone 6s Plus, which had one of the best cameras, and the Huawei P9. All in all, I have to say, Apple definitely needs to invent something new, improve the camera in the new iPhone really a lot to keep up with the standards other companies are pushing out. And yeah, if you like Apple more, or if you like the quality from the iPhone more, then post hashtag Apple in the comments. And if you like the Huawei P9 more, post hashtag Huawei in the comments. Let's see which smartphone will win. And yeah, here's a quick footage and some sample photos. Also don't forget to check out the description because I will upload them and the link is down below. So thanks for watching guys. Make sure you subscribe that you don't miss any future comparisons, and see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye.